Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the Algebra 1 concept of solving quadratic equations. This is standard A.8A in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 17 off the 2022 released STAAR test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So we've got looks like a quadratic equation, even though the terms are on opposite sides. We'll have to move that. But you know what? Before we do anything with this, let's just make it a lot simpler. You notice how everything is multiple of 5. And when we're doing anything with quadratics, if we can get this a term, the term right in front of the x squared, to be a 1, so basically disappear, it just makes life so much easier. So let's do this. Let's just divide both sides by 5, right? So that's going to say x squared equals, and then we can just go ahead and distribute that out. So that's 30x over 5, so that's going to be 6x, because 30 over 5 is 6, minus 45 over 5 is 9. There we go. That's a lot simpler. Now we need to get everything over on the left side. So I want to subtract 6x, and I want to add 9, opposite, right, to both sides. Negative 6x plus 9. So I'm going to end up with this. X squared minus 6x plus 9 equals 0. This is the exact same as this. I know. Doesn't seem like it is, but that's going to be a lot easier. So now we can do a few things here. Let's use our quadratic equation first. Right? So this is going to be a squared plus ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. So my a equals 1, that's good. B equals negative 6, and then c equals 9. Alright, so remember, negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So plugging in our numbers, it's going to be negative 6, so we'll end up making that a positive. Negative 6 squared minus 4 times a is 1, c is 9. Alright, and then we've got 2 times a is 1. So check this out. I've got 6, right, positive 6 plus or minus. This is square root of 36 minus 36. So that whole thing is just going to go away, right? So it's going to be 6 over 2, so that equals 3. It looks like I've just got one solution, but look what it says. It says which value of x is the solution, not a solution. If it said a solution, then it would possibly be two different solutions. So let's see if this works if I were to complete the square, okay? So completing the square looks like this. I'm going to go back to this right here. X squared minus 6x plus 9 equals 0. This actually works if you've got that c over on the other side. So I'm going to say x squared minus 6x equals negative 9. Now, we want completing square to look like this. This binomial here squared, x plus a squared, which if you FOIL this out is x squared plus 2ax plus a squared. So that term right there, 2ax, is what that negative 6x is. So let's go ahead and solve. Negative 6x is 2ax. Solve for a, which means I'm going to divide both sides by 2x. And so a is going to be negative 6 over 2, or a equals negative 3. Alright, so a squared would be negative 3 squared, or plus 9. You can't just add plus 9 to one side. You have to add plus 9 to both sides. And look what happens. Right? That becomes 0. So since this looks like this, then I can switch it back to this, and this is going to be x minus 3 squared, but plus minus 9 equals 0. Square root of both, right? So that's just going to be x minus 3 equals 0, or x equals 3 if you add 3 to both sides. So either way you look at it, we have a solution, one solution, and it is going to be a, x equals that positive 3.